Yes, it will get some kinetic energy. Am I right, bacho? After explosion, some kinetic energy will come, and the second example is collision. Imagine a mass m moving with speed u. There's another mass m at rest. After collision, this m will get energy. This m will get kinetic energy, and the force between these two will be internal force for the system. Now you will have to say it as a system of 2-point masses. This is a system. But this example is much better because overall kinetic energy in the collision will remain conserved. This example is much better. With the help of internal force, we can very easily give kinetic energy to a system without any help of external force. Please copy. देख ब्लू मार्कर मैंने निकाला था ऑफिस से, नया अब भी निकाला है. Now, in which condition energy transfer will be possible? है तो लगा दो, जरूरी था. The maximum. In which condition energy transfer will be maximum in collision? Think. Very important question for school exam and competitive exam also. Sorry, थोड़ा टेस्ट लिख गया. Answer of this question is, see this. Let's solve a numerical. A body has mass m and it is moving with the speed u. Okay. This will collide with an identical mass, head-on collision with an identical mass at rest. Can you tell me what will be the velocity of second body after collision? This picture is before collision. Can you explain me what will be the velocity of the second body, which is known as target? हम इसको target कहते हैं. This is target, and this is projectile. इसको हम projectile नाम देते हैं. Both the bodies are identical, both the masses are same, and there is head-on collision between these two. इस केस में क्या आप इसकी velocity निकाल सकते हैं after collision? Yes, there is a formula. बोलो, what is V1? Hers. What is formula of V1? First body after collision. Come on. What is this formula? जल्दी बताओ. यहाँ पर क्या आएगा? Hers, come on. Devraj, you tell me. Adis.
2m1 u1 upon m1 plus.
No, here m1 minus m2
m2 into u1 2m1 v2
u2. Okay, understood? याद है कुछ के नहीं याद है? Do you remember this or not?
Yes, sir.
yes sir.
And this is the formula when the type of collision is, when collision is elastic, E is equal to 1. Do you remember this formula or not? V1 will represent velocity of this first mass projectile. Okay, bachcho, let's try to find this. M1 and M2 is equal. M1 and M2 is equal. What is U1? U1 is U. And what is U2? What is U2? What should be the value of U2?
ये 0 है.
0 होना चाहिए U2. Very good. U1 is velocity of first mass or velocity of projectile before collision. U2 is velocity of second mass after collision, right? Now in this case, I considered the second mass at rest, so that I can answer you this question in a very easy language. Okay. Now let's try to find V1. M minus M into U divided by 2M plus 2m into 0 divided by 2m. So what velocity you got? What velocity you got?
0.
What it represent? इससे क्या समझ आता है कि ये u स्पीड से जा रहा था, ये इससे टकरा के ये वाला क्या हो गया? This one will become at
Rest.
rest. Good. This will become at rest after collision. And now let's try to find velocity of this. This is m2, right? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
m2. So velocity of this should be v2. Let's apply formula to find v2. Please help me, bachcho, in calculation. What is formula of v2?
M2 minus M1 into U2
U2
upon M1 plus M2 plus
plus
2M1
2m1 u1
upon M1 plus M2.
everyone should speak. If you will speak, formula will remain in your mind for the long period of time. Okay. Now let's put values. M minus M. And U2 is 0 already. 2M plus 2M U1 is U upon 2M. 2M got cancelled. So you got V2 is equal to what? U. Right? समझ आया? इधर ही रखते आगे नीचे बस परफेक्ट है. Shall I raise question number 1?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very easily everyone could understand that कि जो पहले चल रहा था वो अब रुक गया और जो पहले रुका था वो अब चलने लगा. Am I right? हाँ, ये बहुत सही है. आप प्लीज साइन नहीं कर रहा बिल्कुल. तुम लोग को समझ आई बात कि नहीं आई समझ में?
Yes, sir.
क्या हुआ यहाँ पे जल्दी से बताओ मुझे फिर से. ये था m1 m1 का वैल्यू कितना है m and it was moving with speed u. It collide with same mass initially at rest. What happened after collision, बच्चों? Come on, tell me what happened after collision. Elastic collision E is equal to 1.
Rest पे आ
Now
जाएगा.
what happened after collision? Speak.
Moving
became
body comes as rest.
correct. And the one which was at rest started moving. इसकी velocity कितनी हो गई? U. और V1 कितना हो गया? 0. क्या सीखा आपने? From the formula also, what should be the answer of this question? 100% energy transferred, बच्चों. Agree or not? Agree or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everyone tick on yes. Everyone tick on yes if you believe that the 100% energy will be transferred if M1 and M2 both are equal. Copy. Very important. जब भी दो बराबर मास कोलाइड होंगे तो वेलोसिटी कंप्लीटली एक्सचेंज हो जाएगा. एनर्जी कंप्लीटली एक्सचेंज हो जाएगा. एनर्जी ट्रांसफर विल बी मैक्सिमम व्हेन मास आर सेम. तो आंसर अगर 3 मार्क्स में आता है तो इतना लिखोगे और 1 मार्क्स में आता है तो सिर्फ क्या लिखोगे श्रुति? व्हेन मासेस आर सेम. ठीक है सांजलि? स्कूल में आएगा ये, बता दे रहा हूं. Shall I raise this?
Yes, sir.
What should be the answer of this question? The maximum transfer of energy is possible in an elastic collision when mass of the bodies are same.
Same.
So maximum 100% transfer of energy is possible. Transfer of energy is possible. When masses are same and collision is and collision is completely elastic. Understood? Everyone understood?
Yes, sir.
तो जब भी मास सेम होगा तो वेलोसिटी क्या होगी? बोलो एक्सचेंज हो जाएंगी. बोलो वेलोसिटी क्या हो
Exchange हो
जाएगी?
जाएंगे.
एक्सचेंज हो जाएंगी, क्योंकि पहले इसकी u थी और इसकी 0, अब इसकी u है और इसकी. So this is example of 100% transfer of energy. If you remember formula. Shall I erase this? Okay. Thank you for responding. Thank you very much. I know that I am going slow. I am focusing on the theory first, because if we have a strong theory, I believe me, you will be able to solve each and every numerical of your module. This is very difficult. Collision, center of mass, rotation, these topics are very difficult. तो आप मैं चाहता हूं आप लोग इस पे बहुत वर्क करो, बहुत हार्ड वर्क करो. ओके, प्रॉमिस करो तुम लोग बहुत हार्ड वर्क करोगे और बेसिक पे स्टिक रहो. प्रॉमिस कर रहे हो? You'll revise your copy and stick to the basics. This is collision. This is not normal physics. The best possible level of physics we are dealing with. Now solve one question. Find velocities of each particle after collision. Given E is equal to 1. See the picture. This is 1 kg moving with 3 meter per second. And this is also 1 kg moving with 5 meter per second. This is picture before collision. मैंने अभी क्या बताया आपको? 100% exchange of energy when masses are same. Speak with me. 100% exchange of energy when masses are same. बोलो.
100%
100%
transfer of energy when
when
masses
masses
are
are same.
Now tell me, what should be velocity of this 1 kg?
Sir, 5 should come before.
No. Sorry. Collision is not possible. Now in this collision is possible. Okay. Now what should be speed of this? देवराज एक्सचेंज कर दे, इसको 3 दे दो और इसको कितना दे दो?
5.
अगर तुमको भरोसा नहीं है तो फॉर्मूले से कर लो. आफ्टर कोलिजन, डू यू बिलीव ऑन मी? वुड यू लाइक टू सी बाय फॉर्मूला?
Yes.
और यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस? You can check by your own. You can check by your own by using formula. Would you like, anyone would like to see how formula will work here? Anyone want to see how I got this from formula? Okay, Hers want to see it through formula. What is V1, Hers? M1 plus M2, M1 minus M2, U1 plus 2M2 U2 upon M1 plus M2. Do you remember this? This is U1 and this is M1. Let's put values. This is M2 and this is U2. Let's put all the values to get velocity of the first particle. This is known as projectile. M1 means projectile and M2 means target. Let's see what is velocity of projectile after collision. M1 and M2 both are 1 kg. 1 minus 1 into 5 plus 2 into 1 into 3 divided by 1 plus 1. कितना आ गया? 0 plus 2 into 3 divided by 2 you got v1 is equal to 3 meter per second. हो गया believe?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Believe? Okay. Believe me, if you apply this formula for the project, for the target, for the velocity of m2, you will get same answer. You will get 5 meter per second. Now, always remember, if the type of collision is elastic and masses are same, what will happen? 100% exchange of energy. Okay? याद रख पाओगे? आगे बढ़े?
Yes, sir.
आगे बढ़े? Okay. Now there is a very important question for your school exam, 5 marks. For the 5 marks. Shall we erase this?
Yes, sir.
Discuss elastic collision. Right question. Discuss elastic collision in 2 dimensions. Discuss elastic collision in 2 dimensions. Oblique. Explain oblique elastic collision. Explain oblique elastic collision. Both are same question. Let me give a question like this. Discuss elastic collision in 2D oblique. Discuss oblique collision. बच्चों आप लोग थोड़ा बहुत तो समझ पा रहे होंगे कि this time particles are not going to move straight in a straight line after collision, right? Because we use this word 2D. See this. This is m1 moving with the velocity u1, and let's say m2 is at rest. This is m2. This is m2. And let's say it is at rest to make it easy. Okay. It is moving with velocity u. Suppose it is moving with velocity u1, there is no problem. Now, can you predict how they will move after collision? Will they move in a straight line?
Yes, sir.
No, because they are colliding like this. See, during collision, picture is like this. During collision, how they will move? Imagine how they are going to move. This time, because their center do not lie.
Oblique.
Yes, they'll move in the oblique direction like this. Suppose M1, we don't know where M1 will move. Suppose M1 is moving in this direction, making an angle theta, and M2 is moving in this direction, making an angle phi. This is speed V2. This is known as oblique collision or collision in 2 dimensions. Okay. This is picture after collision. अब बताइए क्या करें? What we should do now? Can we apply conservation of linear momentum?
Yes, sir.
But here you have 2 momentum. How? You have horizontal momentum and
Vertical.
correct. In this direction, what will be the component of velocity in this direction, Hertz? V1 sin theta. Okay, Arpit? Arpit, यहाँ पे velocity बताए इसकी. ये V2 है, यहाँ velocity कितनी होगी? V2 cos phi है ना? Am I right? और यहाँ velocity कितनी होगी?
V2
sin phi. Okay. Can you help me writing horizontal momentum after collision? What is horizontal momentum after collision? M2 V2 cos phi plus M1 V1 cos phi. समझा ना? इसको horizontal बोलेंगे. So mass into horizontal velocity is horizontal momentum, and mass into vertical velocity is vertical momentum. And if upward is positive, downward must be
Negative.
Negative.
Okay. Now here, initial momentum you have only along x-axis. Am I right? So initial momentum along y-axis is absent. टक्कर के पहले y के डायरेक्शन में कोई मूव नहीं कर रहा, हाँ या ना? Y के
Yes,
डायरेक्शन
sir.
में along y. No one is moving along y-axis before collision. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
No one is moving along y-axis before collision. It means before collision along y-axis there is no momentum. So before collision you have momentum only along x-axis, right? So let's write from conservation of linear momentum. From conservation, we are talking about elastic collision. From conservation of linear momentum, what we can write? Let's say along x-axis. Along x-axis, what is the initial momentum along x-axis? This is at rest. So initial momentum along x-axis is, come on, jaldi jaldi jawab do.
M1 U1.
M1 U1. Suppose this is equation number 1. What is final momentum along x-axis? Look into that picture. Final momentum along
V1
x-axis.
cos theta plus M2 V2 cos phi.
M1 V1 cos theta plus M2 V2 cos phi. Okay, these two momentums should be equal or not?
Yes.
Yes,
The initial momentum along x-axis must be equal to the final momentum along x-axis. What is
Yes,
your
sir.
opinion, boys? Okay. So I am writing M1 U1 is equal to M1 V1 cos theta plus M2 V2 cos phi. Could you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Let's say this is equation A. Now what else we should do? What should be our next step? Come on.
Conservation of momentum along y-axis.
Along y-axis. Okay. So what is initial momentum along y-axis?
0.
What is
Zero.
initial momentum along y? Because no one is moving along y, right? And what is final momentum along y-axis? M1
V-
V1
V1 sin theta
Sin theta
Sin
minus
theta.
minus
minus
M2
sin
V2
phi.
sin phi.
sin phi. So these two should be equal or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
These two should be equal. From conservation of linear momentum along y-axis, I can write 0 is equal to m1 v1 sin theta minus m2 v2 sin phi. So I got an equation here. m2 v2 sin phi is equal to m1 v1 sin theta. Copy. Copy. This is equation B. So we already got two equations, A and B. Keep writing, make it fast. Any doubt till this? Okay. When copied, click on yes. Okay. Chinmay copied, Shreya copied, Adis also copied, Devraj done. Sanjvi already copied, Dhruv copied, Hers copied. Okay, almost everyone copied. What else you can do? We did conservation of linear momentum along x and y axis. What else you can do? Because it is an elastic collision. So in completely elastic collision, when the value of E is 1, do you remember I said there is no loss of energy? Do you remember? Do you remember there is no loss of energy?
Yes, sir.
So we should not talk about components because energy have no direction. Am I right? We should not talk about components and direction x or y because energy is a scalar quantity. So in completely elastic collision, in completely elastic collision, the initial kinetic energy of system should be equal to final kinetic energy of system. And I'll not look at the components because energy is a scalar quantity. What is the initial kinetic energy of the system? M1 U1 square plus 0 is equal to M1 V1 square by 2 plus M2 V2 square by 2. 2 get cancelled. You got how many equations? Total how many equations you got?
3.
3.
3 equations. Let's say this is equation number 3. Can you please tell me what was equation 1?
M1 plus
This is equation A.
yes, sir.
What is equation B? By using these 3 equations, you can solve any question. Any question you can solve by using these 3 equations. So it's a 5 marks question. You can discuss till this, and then you can write by using these 3 equations. We can get answer of any such problem. We can answer of any problem of collision, oblique elastic collision. It is oblique elastic collision. Can I erase this? Make it fast. Arpit is absent today, right? Okay, Adarsh completed right now. I'm erasing it. Okay. Now write next question. Ready for next? This is theory for objective questions also. You can solve any objective question by using this theory. The next question is very important, bachcho. The next question masses are same. It's a big question, okay? Need a lot of space at rest. Now, right, when two equal masses collide elastically, and the one mass at rest, prove that theta plus phi must be 90. 5 marks question. Very important for objective also. Draw this diagram. Masses are same. This is moving with u speed, and this one is at rest. This is the picture during collision, and this is the picture after collision. We need components of velocity. This is v2 cos phi, and this is v1 cos theta. This is v2 sin phi, and this is v1 sin theta. Okay. Should we start? Okay. Anyone already knows how to prove this? Any step? Paras, Hertz, how I should start? What I should write first of all? Step 1, make all the equations we discussed just before this question. Could you understand that? Step 1. Could you understand step 1?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
So what is horizontal momentum before collision? mu. And what is horizontal momentum after collision? M v1 cos theta plus m v2 cos phi. देखो तुम लोग बोलोगे भाई, मैं नहीं बोलूंगा. You can take m common and cancel. So you got u is equal to v1 cos theta plus v2 cos phi. Could you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You got one of the equation. How you got this equation? From conservation of linear momentum along x-axis. Okay. Now let's try to get next equation. 0 is equal to m1 v1 sin theta. What I did this? Minus, this is minus m into v2 sin phi.
M2 sin phi.
How I wrote this?
Conservation along
Conservation of
y-axis.
linear momentum along y-axis.
Correct. We should transfer this other side. We get m v2 sin phi is equal to m v1 sin theta. Got cancelled, so we got another equation. v2 sin phi is equal to v1 sin theta. So we got second equation. What next?
Conservation
next?
of kinetic energy.
Very good. Conservation of kinetic energy. You will write an exam. How we got these two equations? From conservation of linear momentum along x and y axis respectively. Understood this?
Yes, sir.
Now please help me in writing conservation of energy. Be attentive, be focused. Please, everyone try to answer. What is initial kinetic energy?
Half
Half m u1.
And what is final energy? Half m
v1 square.
v1 square. Half m v2 square. Because while writing kinetic energy, you don't need to take components because kinetic energy is a scalar quantity. So you don't need to think about sine component and cos component. Even if you take component, you'll get this result. Understood? Let's take
Yes,
1
sir.
by 2 and m common and cancel. 1 by 2 m common and cancel. So you got u square is equal to v1 square plus v2 square. This is equation C. Copy. Command copy. Python किस को है स्कूल में? Python as a software language. Anyone? Devraj. Okay. Okay. So Devraj and Adis, you may call to Rajul sir once. Okay, Rajul sir started a batch for Python from very basic. So you can attend classes. He is teaching 2 hours a week for the Python, free of cost. A little social media promotion you have to do, that's it. So this is only step 1. Now what we should do? What should be our step 2? Others, what should be our step 2? This is hint.
Put value of u.
Correct. Put value of u. Shall I erase this?
Yes, sir.
I'm erasing this also. We need a lot of space. It's a big derivation actually. During collision also not required. Now let's write from A and C. From A and C. अगर मुझसे कोई गलती हुई तो तुम लोग रिस्पॉन्सिबल हो. V1 cos theta whole square plus V2 cos theta whole square cos phi. Okay. Cos phi is equal to V1 square plus V2 square. Okay. No.
That should be whole square.
Whole square. Okay, okay. I understand. I understand. Now, okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, okay. Now let's expand A plus B whole square. A square plus B square plus
2ab.
2AB. 2A. What is A? 2A. What is A? V1 cos theta. What is B? V2 cos phi. Okay. Could you understand that? Can you digest this?
Yes, sir.
My bio students, Sinchana and Shreya. Sinchana, Shreya,
Yes, sir.
Ajas, Devraj. Devraj. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Very good student. Very good. Now let's इसमें V1 V2 भी है. Okay. Let's transfer V1. नहीं रुक जाना. इसको और इसको उधर ले जा. V1 square cos square theta और V2 square cos square phi को उस तरफ ले जा. It will become short. Let's see how. 2V1 V2 cos theta cos phi is equal to V1 square minus V1 square cos square theta plus V2 square minus V2 square cos square phi. Let's take V1 common. You will get 1 minus cos square theta, and 1 minus cos square theta is sin square theta. See this. 2V1 V2 cos theta cos phi. You can take V1 square common. You will get 1 minus cos square theta. Here V2 square common. You will get 1 minus cos square phi. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay with this? अभी ये बताओ मुझे कि what is 1 minus cos square theta? Cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1.
1.
So what is 1 minus cos square theta?
Sin square theta.
And what is 1 minus cos square phi?
Sin square phi.
Square phi.
Understood? Let's substitute these values. Be very careful, but okay. You won't get 5 marks this easy. थोड़ा सा मेहनत करना पड़ेगा. Here you get sin square theta, and here you get sin square phi. बाबा रे, बहुत कुछ कर लिया. Copy this much carefully and cross check if I did any mistake. Is everything all right till this?
Yes, sir.
Now, can you make it more easier with equation B? Keep looking at B. Keep looking at B. What I can do?
B square sin phi is equal to V1 phi.
At the place of V2 sin phi, can I write V1 sin theta?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
V2 sin phi, substitute by V1 sin theta. Okay. So here I can write 2V1 V2 cos theta cos phi is equal to V1 square sin square theta. That's complete. Okay, no problem. And here V1 square sin square theta from equation B. Okay. It become little bit easy. 2v1 square sin square theta is equal to 2v1 v2 cos theta cos phi. At least you can cancel one v1 now. So 2v2 cos theta cos phi, 2 also got cancelled, is equal to v1 sin square theta. So you got value of v2. What is value of v2? v2 is equal to v1 sin square theta upon cos theta into 1 by cos phi. Do you agree? We got value of v2 in terms of v1. Copy. Derivation not over yet. One more step is left. Copied this much. Shall I raise left hand side?
Yes,
We're
sir.
almost done. Almost done. I'm erasing left hand side. Almost done. Now what do you want to prove? What do you want to prove?
Theta plus sin.
What is cos 90? 0. If I could prove if I could prove cos theta plus phi is 0, what it means? If I could prove theta plus phi is 0, what it means? Theta plus phi is what? 90.
90.
Okay, so I will try to prove this and I will find value of cos theta and sin theta from here. Okay, you will help me. So what is cos theta plus phi? Cos A, cos B minus sin A, sin B. Okay, what you can write at the place of cos theta? From here find value of cos theta. Cos theta is equal to V1 by V2 sin square theta upon cos phi. Do you agree? Do you
Yes,
agree with
sir.
this value of cos theta? Let's put it here. Cos phi is already there. And what is cos theta? V1 upon V2 sin square theta upon cos phi. Cos phi got cancelled. We got this. Okay. Minus. What is the value of sin phi? What is value of sin phi from here?
V1 sin theta.
V1 sin theta
V1
upon
by
V2.
V2 sin theta. V1 by V2 sin theta. So V1 by V2 sin theta into sin theta. You got 0. V1 by V2 take common, you got sin square theta minus sin square theta. Means you got 0. Hence it is proved theta plus phi must be equal to 90 degree. Very important question for DMA and Vatsalya. This question will come in your school exam. And this is a very important question for NEET and IIT. Copied? कोई डाउट है? Any small doubt? Yes or no? समझ आया कि एक बार फिर से कर दूं? I think this is easy. You can do it by your own. If you practice 1 or 2 times, you can get it. Not a big deal. Shall I erase everything, Devraj?
Yes, sir.
Everyone, shall I erase this?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You know what kind of question they may ask. So theta plus phi will be 90 degree if both the masses are if both the masses are same and the one is at rest. If both the masses are same and one of the mass is at rest, then after collision they'll move perpendicular to each other. Okay, what is the condition when after collision they'll move perpendicular? Come on, tell me.
Both the masses.
When
One is rest.
one is at rest and both the masses are same and the type of collision is
Elastic.
elastic. Okay, very good. So if two bodies collide like this, they move perpendicular to each other. If one is moving at let's say 30 degree, the other will move at 60 degree. Okay, remember this. Now this will make your calculation very easy. You will get a lot of objective question in your module related to this topic. Shall I erase this?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Now write next big question. Not big, but it is very important. Prove that it will look very easy. जब मैं करूंगा ना तो बहुत आसान दिखेगा, लेकिन जब तुम करोगे ना तो बहुत हो जाएगा. One small mistake and you won't get answer. Be very careful. Next question. Prove that loss in kinetic energy in completely elastic collision is m1 m2 2m1 m2 2m1 plus m2 u1 minus u2 whole square in completely inelastic collision. Head-on collision in head-on collision. Can you prove this? See, assume this is m1 moving with speed u1 and this is another particle, another mass m2 moving with speed u2 and they collide elastically. If they collide elastically means completely inelastically, sorry. If E is 0, what will happen? Yesterday I told you, in completely inelastic collision, after collision the body will start moving together, right? The velocity of separation will be 0. Value of E is 0. What does it mean? Velocity of separation will be 0. Okay? Okay, bachcho?
yes, sir.
Yes.
And this we are taking. This is a question of head-on collision. So they'll start moving together. Bachcho, this is picture after collision. They'll start moving with a common velocity. Let's say v. I don't know what is velocity. Let's say v. Can we apply conservation of linear momentum? Yes or no? Yes. तुम लोग बहुत slow हो. From conservation of linear momentum, what we can write? m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to, yes, M1 plus M2 into
2 plus
V,
M2 plus V2.
right? So we got their common velocity after collision. बहुत ही आसानी से M1 U1 plus M2 U2 divided by M1 plus M2. So this is velocity after collision, right? How to find how to find loss in kinetic energy? How to find loss in
Final
kinetic
kinetic
energy?
energy minus initial kinetic energy.
Okay, kinetic energy loss is equal to final minus kinetic energy initial. So we should get a negative answer for this, right? Because final kinetic energy is smaller because of loss. Am I right? Come on, tell me. Final kinetic energy is smaller. Am I right? And so we will get a negative value. Am I right? And what if I do initial minus final? What type of value I should get?
Positive.
Positive.
If I get positive value, then I can prove that the final kinetic energy is
Smaller.
reduced. Okay, so let's find this. Okay, loss, because we are using this word already, loss. Your ways, we can do this also. So let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, what is final kinetic energy? What is final mass? What is final mass? And final velocity is v square minus 1 by 2 m1 u1 square minus 1 by 2 m2 u2 square. So now let's replace value of v. So m1 plus m2. The value of v is m1 u1 plus m2 u2 upon m1 plus m2 whole square minus 1 by 2 m1 u1 square minus 1 by 2 m2 u2 square. What next? What we should do next? अभी कैलकुलेट कर लेना खुद से. Take 1 by 2 overall common. Take 1 by 2 common overall. What you will get? M1 plus M2, and here you will get M1 plus M1 U1 plus M2 U2 whole square divided by M1 plus M2 whole square. So 1 M1 plus M2, 1 M1 plus M2 will get cancelled. Minus 1 by 2 got outside, M1 U1 square minus M2 U2 square. After solving this, after taking LCM, you will get this. Believe me, you'll get a minus sign. Why? Because there is a loss where minus sign represents that final kinetic energy is smaller. You will get this. Okay. Copied? Okay. Make it fast. Okay. But you know, tomorrow stay, for tomorrow be ready with all the formulas. Tomorrow there is no class, so you can revise everything. You can mug up all the formulas, so that in the next class we can solve a lot of numericals. And in the next class, I will compare elastic, inelastic, and completely inelastic collision in very detail. So I'll give you a lot of new formulas also in the next class. So before that, before I give you more formulas, please be ready with already we have discussed with these formulas what we have already learned. Okay, keep revising copy, write it again and again. Okay, without looking at copy, write all the derivations, because you will get one derivation from this chapter for 5 marks. This is my guarantee. Okay, and this is very important for IIT and NEET as well. Okay, bachcho. Bye. Take care. By
Bye, sir.
by